Hey there, Steph here. And today I want to talk to you about why I believe it is so important to pursue your dreams and goals and what I think smart people sometimes get wrong about it. All right, so let's just start there. What I think smart people sometimes get wrong about dreams and goals is they believe that the pursuing of the dream or goal, the only success is if you achieve it. That's it. So it's black and white. If you pursue it, you get close, it doesn't matter. As long as you don't achieve it, it is a total loss. And that is simply not true. The entire point of setting up dreams and goals is to give your life direction, give your life vision, be strategic, take power, take control over your life, and set a plan. Life will not always go perfectly to plan, but you are better off if you have a plan in place versus not. There's a saying that when you don't set a plan for your life, somebody else will. And I find this to be very, very true. It's about setting up a vision for your life and a path. That helps you come to work, come to life, come to your friendships, come to your relationships with a different power, with a different strength, knowing who you are and knowing where you're headed. It is not about achieving it even. That's actually secondary. The main reason to set up a dream or goal is to set a plan in place, and that is powerful. And when people believe that the only benefit to setting up a dream or goal is if you achieve it, that's when they start to look at odds and probability. And then that's when they start to be practical and say, well, your odds are better in these safer areas than these. But a few things there. First of all, things have changed dramatically. A lot of the jobs that we used to see as being super safe and secure no longer are. Secondly of all, the only reason to look at probability and to really try to hedge your bets is if it is fully dependent on the success of that goal. But there are several benefits to pursuing a dream or goal that have nothing to do with achieving it. The first thing is that every time we challenge ourselves cognitively or physically, we get stronger. It's actually a good thing. We can slow down cognitive decline and we can slow down physical decline if we continue to challenge ourselves. So setting up dreams and goals and pursuing them is beneficial for your long-term health. Another reason pursuing your dreams and goals is beneficial is because it shows people who you are. When you pursue your interests, even if it's not as a full-time career, even if it's as a hobby or activity, it shows people who you are and what matters most to you. This also helps you to better connect with the people that align with you, your interests, and your values. And the most important reason to pursue your dreams and goals is because this is your one life and you want to make it what you want it to be. There is a book by Bronnie Ware called The 5 Regrets of the Dying. Bronnie Ware was a hospice nurse who treated patients, and she asked them, what was their top regret? And the number one regret was that I did not have the courage to live a life true to myself, but instead lived the life that others expected of me. I think this is what happens when we don't have a plan in place. Again, it's not saying that plan will 100% happen with no challenges along the way, but it is about having a plan in place and moving on it. The regret was not about not achieving those dreams. It was about not pursuing them actively in the first place. There's also a saying about the most expensive land in the world being a cemetery, because that's where all the unfinished books, unfinished movies, unfinished dreams lie to rest. And I don't want that for you. It is not about achieving it. Achieving it isn't the success. Setting the plan in place is. Knowing what you want out of life so you can go for it and know how to filter out all the things you don't want, that's where the power comes in. All right, let's make this actionable for you. Let's fast forward to the end of your life. And this isn't a sad thing. Let's make this a celebration of your life. You had an amazing life. But all those dreams and projects that you wanted to move on that you haven't to this day, let's assume you didn't move on any of them the rest of your life. All right, so fast forward to the end of your life. What out of those dreams and projects and goals are you most disappointed on? Like, which one hurts the most? Which one do you feel like, oh, I felt like that was my calling or that was gonna be my big contribution. How did I never move on it? And you can do this. You can just brainstorm it out. All those dreams and goals that you haven't moved on yet. And then at the end of your life, which one hurts the most? Which one's the most painful? Which one is the one that you're like, if I could just move on one thing, I really wish I would have moved on that. All right, write that down. And that's the one to take some action on. I'm not encouraging you to burn it all down in order to start a whole new path. I am encouraging you to start with just 15 minutes, moving on that one dream or goal you identified as the most important. Just 15 minutes to test it out, to just kind of play around in it. It doesn't have to be your life's work, but you do need to move on it. If it matters that much to you, I want you to move on it in this lifetime. So that way at the end of your life, you can feel like you did have power, you did have control, and most importantly, you made your life what you wanted it to be. Because it doesn't just benefit you, it benefits all of those around you. And you know it does. It'll benefit all those around you, and then all those people that they come in contact, it'll benefit them too. So you're really not just doing it for you. You're doing it to make the world a little bit of a better place. All right, so that's what I have for you today, and I really hope you take action on it. I am going to be wrapping up as the sun is starting to go down. And I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, whenever this is finding you. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video. See ya.